day.
Yeah, well, I want to get to the radar first because that's going to tell you exactly what's happening. You can see the moisture starting to move in. Now, I was looking on Twitter via Brent Weisberg, who's out in the field right now, and we actually got reports out towards Astoria from the police department saying that they're starting to get a little wintry mix out in that direction, so be aware of that. Now, Astoria, your temperature's right at 35. Some areas are getting light rain. Other areas in the neighborhood, or I should say vicinity, are starting to see that wintry mix, but you can see the moisture starting to move in from the north and the west. Now, as I zoom in closer to the I-5 corridor, we're mainly dry right now. We have Sally Showman around Vancouver this morning. She's given live reports, and it's dry right now, but this moisture will be starting to move in within the next hour and a half or so, and I'm anticipating us to see some of that light snow or wintry mix here in the downtown area. As you can see, we are dry right now. It is breezy, though. Looking outside, you can see the flag blowing. These south winds up to around 6 to 10 miles per hour, but our temperature right now at 33 degrees, and what that means is it's cold enough for snow, and it's also cold enough for that to stick. So as we look at your planner for this morning, expect a wintry mix through about 9 a.m. That does include freezing rain, possibly some sleet and some light snow. Then we start to see that transition to rain as our temperatures start to warm up. In addition to that, you are going to notice southerly winds increasing as well, and it's going to become breezy for your lunch hour through about 3 p.m. when the kids head home from school. So kids might get their feet wet on their walk home today. Now, through the evening hours, if you're headed out for your Friday evening or traveling for the Christmas holiday, we're looking for all rain, and again, winds up to around 30 miles per hour. And these are going to be southerly winds, so that's going to keep our temperatures warm this evening with plenty of clouds. So what we're expecting this morning, light snow develops. This is going to be mixed with sleet at times. Areas could maybe pick up to an inch of snow depending on where you are. So if your temperatures are 34 to 35 degrees, we're not looking for much in the way of accumulation, but if you're hovering between that 32 and 33 degrees, this is where we're looking for possibly a half of an inch to an inch, especially the further north you go on the I-5 corridor. Once we reach about 9 to 10 o'clock, then we start to see everything changing over to rain, and then we'll be out of the woods for the wintry weather. A couple areas to watch statewide, though, towards the north and the east, the Blue Mountains. We do have winter storm warnings, and that's the areas shaded in pink where we're expecting possibly up to around a foot of snow, up to around 2 to 4 near the Seattle area. And as we get closer to home, notice how we're in the blue here towards Vancouver, also including up towards Longview, Chehalis, you're included in this. So this is where we're possibly looking at an inch or less in some areas, and that also includes the Coast Range. Now, Portland downtown, we are not in that winter weather advisory, but again, still could be seeing that wintry mix. So as we time it out for you this morning, notice still around 8:30, we're in the pink, and that does mean that we could still be seeing some of that wintry mix snow out towards the north and the west in the Cascades. The Coast Range already starts to change over to rain as we start to get warmer air pulling in. So I'm going to stop the clock right around 10:30 in the morning. We will be all rain by then. Then we start to see the heavier rain coming in by the evening. Notice by 4:30, we start to see the yellows and the oranges. So we're going to get that moderate to possibly heavy downpours coming in on the commute home from work today. Now, winds again are going to really start to increase through the afternoon hours. I'm going to stop the clock right at 4 p.m. Notice how we start to see gusts near 30 miles per hour. These winds will be from the south and west and still looking at about 10 to 15 miles per hour through the evening hours at around 11 o'clock. So wet and windy along the coast. Again, possibly mixed precipitation early, and we can see that chance of wintry mix the further north you go in the valley. I think Eugene, you'll generally stay rain. Now, east of the mountains, again, heavy snow where we do have those warnings. So further north in the east up towards just south of Pendleton, I should say, looking at that along the I-84 corridor. Wintry mix in the morning for the gorge, and then rain change or snow changes to rain in Government Camp. So this is going to be what we're going to be watching for the next hour or several hours, guys. Temperatures today right around 42 degrees. We won't cool off much tonight. Showers likely for tomorrow and on Sunday. And again, tomorrow is the first day of winter starting at 9/11. Monday, maybe a few scattered showers, but Tuesday and Wednesday for our Christmas day looking dry with temperatures in the 40s. And by Thursday, it looks like we'll be partly cloudy with a high near 43. Chad, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right. Thank you very much.